yards, but his percentage of completions was not all that impressive. But what a second half he had. Throws it downfield, and he caught it on his back. Willie Gault inside the 20. Gault turned around for the ball.
Welcome back, NFL fans. You're locked in for another trip through gridiron history, one forgotten classic at a time. Today, the time machine is dropping us off at Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum on October 2nd, 1988. The 2-2 Los Angeles Raiders were hosting the 4-0 Cincinnati Bengals as part of the NFL slate of late games. It was 64 degrees, the Raiders were favored by 1.5, and there was an announced crowd of 77,078. Oakland held a 12-4 all-time record in games versus the Bengals, including the past two. Sam Weiss was in his fifth season leading the Bengals. He had a 33-34 record to date, and the Raiders followed Mike Shanahan in his first season as a head coach. Although he only had 2 victories to date, he did retire with 138. Norman Esiason, known everywhere and by everyone as Boomer, was in his 5th season quarterbacking the Bengals. He had an 84.6 rating and a 56.5% completion rate, with 79 touchdowns, 54 interceptions, and 12,293 yards. Boomer was in the midst of his second Pro Bowl season. Jay Schroeder was new to the Raiders, having served as the Washington Redskins quarterback for most of the previous 3 seasons. He had a 72.5 rating, a 50.4% completion rate, 41 touchdowns, 38 picks, and 7,686 yards. Hall of Famers in the game included Raiders running back Marcus Allen, wide receivers Tim Brown and James Lofton, defensive lineman Howie Long, and defensive back Mike Haynes. The Bengals were repped by offensive tackle Anthony Munoz. Cincinnati also had their ex-quarterback Ken Anderson calling the game. And a small bit of coincidence, both Esiason and Chris Collinsworth would find a place in broadcasting as well.
Bengals, with former Bengals quarterback Ken Anderson, I'm Sam Nover. This kickoff sponsored by Budweiser, the king of beers. And it's the Bengals returning the football. Stanford Jennings shy of the 20-yard line. Play action for Esiason. Brooks bobbles the football and drops it up around the 22-yard line to the secondary. Second down and 10. And Brooks across the 20 to about the 24-yard line. First final in. Esiason. Great defensive play. Scott Fulhay shanks it off the side of his foot, and the ball goes out of bounds. And let's see where they mark it. And that's Marcus Allen in motion. And again to Smith. To about the 32 off his own left side. This is Allen. First down and more. Out of bounds at about the 20-yard line. 21. On a delay to Smith. And he powers his way down to about the 16-yard line. Allen. And they hold him to about a 2-yard gain. Fernandez in. From the shotgun. Throws it short to Brown. Hit around the line of scrimmage. May have picked up a yard. Allen is the deep back. He gets the call. First down to the 10. Wasn't that complicated after all, was it? Allen to about the 8. Play action. Smith to the 1. Fumbled the ball. The official rules the ball dead at the 1-yard line. Motion. And a whistle. Allen gets the 6, but there was a whistle long before that. Yeah, we got delay a game here. Fernandez in motion. Schroeder with good protection. Throws it. Intercepted by the Bengals on the deflection. Lewis Phillips takes the ball all the way back to the 29-yard line. Reception by Phillips, so the Raiders, a 10-play drive, come up empty-handed. And the Bengals now running from their own 29-yard line. Wilson 32 the setbacks. Ullman in motion. Squeezing through a little hole is Stanley Wilson. Down in 2. Wilson? Don't think so. Flag is down.
Hurts on a first down.
Holding. 67 offense is declined. Fourth down.
Beg your pardon, his first punt 11 net yards is what they gave him credit for. Brown at the 28. Good coverage by the special teams of the Bengals. Smith, 35, the up back. Marcus Allen, the deep back in the eye, and it's play action for Schrader. Along the sideline, Willie Gault, number 83, makes the catch in front of Eric Thomas. Gault certainly was legitimate from the 49-yard line. Smith on a dive straight ahead to about the 45. Here's in particularly Mr. Schrader. Second down. Schrader rolls out, fires in behind his intended receiver, Willie Gault. We are scoreless here. 5.5 minutes to play first quarter. Going to run for it. Oh, and a great play by Wilcox to run him out on the Cincinnati sideline. Jeff Gossett in punt formation for the Raiders, and he hits one high and very, very short. Fair catch being signaled and caught by Eddie Brown. Here on fourth down.
Illegal formation. Line was not up on the line of scrimmage. Still fourth down.
40-yard line. Brown standing at his own 10. Good punt by Gossett. Brown lets it go, and it's into the end zone for the touchback. So the Bengals gain 10 yards following the penalty. Green Bay 27-24. We are scoreless here as the Bengals start from their own 20. Esiason to Brooks. Sidesteps one tackler. James Brooks to about the 34-yard line. And the first down of the football game for the Bengals. Esiason deep, and a great diving catch by McGee at about the 41-yard line. Just a wee bit more vulnerable. Eddie Anderson had the coverage there. Give this time to Stanley Wilson, I believe, after the official marking of the football. Esiason, quick out. Brown to about the 30-yard line. For Cincinnati, first down at the 31-yard line. Esiason across the middle to the 16. Pass complete. May have been Collinsworth who made the catch. Mike Haynes had the coverage. They have driven it 65 yards. Wilson is trapped in the backfield and will be brought down. Penetration made by the linebacker Lyndon King on the left side. Last coaching season. And the give on the outside. Brooks scampering to about the 10-yard line. Third down and 5. Plenty of time for Esiason, and he overthrows his intended receiver. Looking to break a scoreless tie. The kick by Jim is up, and it is good.
That's what he's here for.
Adams, Brown, and Mueller await the kick, and let's see if Lee Johnson know a very poor kick at the 12-yard line. Timmy Brown. And he brings it back across the 30-yard line with Eddie Edwards, 73, Jason Buck, 99 now in the front line. Schrader to pass on first down. He wants it all for Gault. And he underthrows him, and it's tipped away. I agree with you because he came out throwing the ball in this series. And he's going to do it again on second down and 10. A middle screen. Good defensive play. A fumble, and will it be allowed? It is indeed. It's Cincinnati football. They have not won a football game by more than 7 points this year, but the important thing to them is they've won them all. Esiason complete inside the 20. And Eddie Brown scrambles and crawls inside the 15 for another Cincinnati first down. The Raiders have their backs to their end zone for the second time in the last couple of minutes. Esiason avoids the rush. Open field, a home, and touchdown Bengals. As the flow went to the left. So the Bengals have now gotten their offense into gear. 13:47 to play in the half. They have a field goal to end the first quarter and a touchdown to start the second. The end zone, a minute 13, 34 yards in 3 plays. Esiason, 14-yard pass to Holman for the score. And this ball bounces past Timmy Brown and out of the field to play. As we move into the second quarter, turns and gives to Allen for a couple of yards. Smith, the lone setback, gets the ball on a delay, a first down, and much more. Steve Smith running over Bengals up near the 40-yard line. Schrader complete along the sideline to Fernandez, and he had both feet down inbounds.
Well, I think it's terminology as much as anything, getting used to the way they call the football plays.
He turned away from a blitz by Fulcher and turned a negative into a positive. Marcus Allen gets outside and fumbles the ball as he's hit, but it's out of bounds. Wide open, but a good open field tackle, I believe, by Fulcher. I confused Breach and Barr. I'm in real trouble. Fair catch called for by Brown at the 14-yard line, and he had to weave his way in and out of traffic to do it. Back live, Cincinnati. That's the only touchdown of the game. The Bengals have the football. Esiason with play action. Throws downfield, and it's caught by Brown up around the 35-yard line. To play. Quick out. Caught and then dropped by Ira Hillary. Now second down and 10. Esiason, again the good protection, throws short intended for Brooks. Certainly acquitted himself very well so far this year at 4-0. Esiason has a man wide open, first down and more. At the 41, back to the ground, Ickey Woods to the 35. Okay. Second down and 4. Brooks cuts back against the grain, 30, and out of bounds. 42 career touchdowns for Brooks. First and 10 now. Esiason on the run again. Fires, it's complete inside the 5. Out the 3. Woods to the goal line, no signal yet. Touchdown Cincinnati. Woods got in, so Ickey has all 3 Bengals touchdowns rushing this year, and they lead at 16-0, Kenny.
Well, if you notice there, Ickey Woods, not much of a touchdown dance in the end zone. He needs to work on it, but he's only a rookie.
In 8 plays, took him less than 3.5 minutes. Breach with the extra point, and the Bengals, who are 4-0 and one of only 2. So following the scoring drive, the Bengals lead. Johnson kicks off to the 5-yard line. It's Stephon Adams to the 10. At the 20-yard line, goes down in a pile. Kenny?
Well, he loves to play this game.
Inside handoff to Allen. It's going to go for big yardage. Wilcox with a saving tackle, or Allen might have been off to the races. Ivan Schrader trying to get him on track. Don't forget he trailed 24-0 at the half Monday night. Again. That's time. Over the middle, complete, wide open. Tim Brown, he could be gone. Propensity for to break open a play. Chris Barr, the extra point attempt, and it is good. So they
sure made an impact in this National Football League very quickly.
Native of Dallas, Texas. Here's a kick by Barr. It's Jennings to about the 25, maybe the 27-yard line. Esiason dives to the 32-yard line. Brown in motion. That's Woods. And Ickey to about the 37-yard line will be very close to a Cincinnati first down. Boomer throws it to him along the sideline. Short yardage gain in the grasp there of Mike Haynes, the perennial All-Pro, now in his 13th year out of Arizona State, down the road here in Anaheim. On second down, Esiason has a wide open James Brooks. Runs over Haynes and finally Brown motions. Woods running over people to the 30 and might have gone. Woods is running effectively, as is Brooks and Stanley Wilson. First down. Flag is down. Incomplete, intended for Eddie Brown, number 74.
Early use of the hand, number 64, 10 yards, and still first down.
40-yard line. 6 defensive backs, and they run it straight ahead to Woods, and he gets about 7 or 8 of the yards back. Esiason to Brooks, falls down, gets up and runs for another 5, and a flag is down. Second down, 23. Esiason has a wide open receiver at the 15 and out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. 12-yard line. A minute 45 left here in the half.
Delay, 5 yards.
And now another. So the Esiason with Hall of Fame stats so far today. Looks. And he dumps it off to Collinsworth. Big play for Esiason, bigger for the Raiders. They stay on the ground to Jennings. Esiason hit, touchdown! He was hit as he delivered the ball to Tim McGee for the touchdown. Very poorly, losing 12 of 16 games to the Raiders in both Oakland and here in Los Angeles. But this is another reserve list. So here's the kick now by Johnson to about the 5-yard line. Tim Brown to the 25, to about the 29-yard line. We're now in the shotgun as just Smith back there with him. And it is complete to Christensen. And they whistle the play dead up around the 39-yard line. Time for certainly one and maybe two. Schrader throws short of his intended receiver, Willie Gault, but they did it at home against San Diego. And so not quite as an accomplishment as going to Denver. Marcus Allen up around the 40-yard line, and that actually 5 kickoffs into the end zone in the first half. We'll try it again. He did it this time, driving Brown 8 yards deep in the end zone. James Lofton was absolutely silent in the first half. Schrader on first down, and incomplete. The official rules and the 2 setbacks behind Schrader on 2nd and 10. Intercepted by the Bengals as he tried the middle screen intended for Marcus Allen, and there is your star. Difficulty here in his debut before the home fans in L.A. Give is to Stanley Wilson, number 32, the 4-year vet out of Oklahoma. 2nd and 6 at the 12. Play action. Esiason throws back to Stanford Jennings, his running back, to about the 8-yard line. 3rd and 2. Ickey Woods for just a couple of yards. Actually, 9 leads the entire league, the Rams. First down, Jennings. Oh, almost got to the goal line. Touchdown. An official on this end is signaling touchdown. Cincinnati Ball Club this year, not in the respect that they're winning, as Breach tacks on the extra point, but the fact that they're blowing a team away. They have one.
USF&G. USF&G covers the USA.
So the Raiders down 31-7, looking for another mile-high miracle. Line Schrader now with Allen in motion. As he got another miracle left in him. Throws it for Gault and overthrows him at the Bengal 40-yard line. You got to play it one play at a time. I know it's an oversimplification, but they can't get it all back in one throw. First down up around the 34-yard line. Good catch by Andy Parker. Receptions have positively killed him here in this ballgame. Straight ahead on the dive, Marcus Allen for a couple of yards with all sorts of time left. Early moments, 3rd quarter. Intercepted again. David Fulcher drops the ball. The scramble is on, and I don't know who's got it. I believe the Raiders may have it back again. Allen in motion. Takes the inside handoff. Vance Mueller was the other back there with him. Smith 35. Schrader. Single coverage on Gault. Intercepted by Eric Thomas. Down he goes at the 15-yard line. They go 5-0 on the season. One of only 2 unbeaten teams still in the league, and the other one, the Rams, are in trouble just down the road in Anaheim. 9th straight completion for Boomer Esiason, and out of bounds goes Stanley Wilson, way up around the 48-yard line. Stays on the ground this time, gives to Wilson. Pickell and Long in any play. They just have been so conspicuous by their absence. Jennings darting through across the 50 into Raider territory and may be close to another first down. If you missed it, the Buffalo Bills beaten by the Bears earlier today fall from the ranks of the unbeaten. And then there were 2, and after today, there may be only 1. Down in motion. Ickey Woods caught in the backfield. Passes complete in a row for Esiason.
He doesn't get hurt.
Wilson to about the 21-yard line for 6. 2nd down, 3. Wilson bounces off one tackler, tries to get outside, Good defensive play. 31-7. The Bengals lead it. Boomer Esiason just having a whale of a day. In the end zone, incomplete, intended for Jennings. 1982. Here's Esiason again. Wilson for a couple of short yards at the 14 of the Raiders. Boy, they're not bashful, are they? Throws it, completes it to the 9-yard line. Go for it. Have we a turning point? No. Stanley Wilson spins to the 2. So this thing is going on 6 minutes. Wilson, the dive to the goal line. No signal.
The Bengals signaling.
Would it be Woods? No, it's Wilson. He gets the touchdown. The first rushing touchdown not scored by Ickey Woods this year. 14-play, 85-yard drive. 7 minutes on the clock. What a masterful drive by Esiason and that offensive unit. Breach with the conversion. Sam Nover and Ken Anderson back at the Los Angeles Coliseum. Here is the kickoff by Lee Johnson. Tim Brown at the 2-yard line. 20 to the 30. Oh, he's unbelievable. To the 38-yard line. The National Football League's leading kick returner. And a miracle today would be an understatement if he can bring this club back shy of his intended receiver. 2nd and 10. This is Allen. 45. Got to midfield and has the first down. Disadvantages. That is not the case in this Raider makeup today. First down, Schrader. Incomplete in behind Willie Gault, the intended receiver. Now to the Rams were losing. Of course, misery does love company, doesn't it? Flag is down. Complete to the 35. Allen fumbled the ball, but after he hit the ground caused that fumble. Then our director, Jack Simon.
Number 66 offense was offset by holding number 98 defense. Offset, replay, 2nd down.
So we'll replay the down. Motion Junkin. And Schrader's on the move. Fires downfield. It is incomplete, intended for Tim Brown on the 9th sideline. Boomer Esiason, but again in the Raiders' defense, they are playing with an absolutely depleted secondary. Downfield, Brown had it in his hands and dropped it. In 20. Maximum protection as he keeps his tight end in. He's still running. Fires it, incomplete. Pass intended for Tim Brown. Driving him back to about the 16. He's not exactly Tim Brown, but he is no slouch. Eddie Brown has great speed. Team offense. Brown and McGee, the receivers. And the give is to Stanley Wilson, number 32. Bay wins on a late field goal, and we'll get the others in a moment. 2nd down. Just lofted that ball out in the flat. It was complete, shy of the first down. Can't be particularly pleased about what he's done today.
No, and it's just been such a long day for him. Nothing has gone well. 4 interceptions, and it's one of those situations that...
First down and 10, 45-yard line, and he's still throwing the ball. Throws it downfield, and a great adjustment on the ball by Eddie Brown, and that'll be a first down for Cincinnati. Davis today, I can tell you that. Ickey Woods trips at the 15 and goes down. 2nd and 8. Esiason, a bullet. 5. Touchdown. Ira Hillary.
Everybody's getting into the act today.
Down. Breach will attempt the extra point. Ira Hillary. It's a record, but it certainly should raise some eyebrows. That one, 71 yards in 6 plays. And this kick, I believe, went out of bounds. From the 35-yard line after the out-of-bounds kick by Lee Johnson. Schrader, complete on the near sideline. 45-7. At home. Schrader blocked. Knocked right back into his face. And we still have 13 minutes and 10 seconds to play in this game. In and out of the hands of Willie Gault. Lest you think they've done it on their own. That pass was intended out on the near side for Marcus Allen. He was held. Well, if they're Schrader's Raiders, they're going to have to do some revamping before Miami comes in next Sunday. Jay's on the run again. Fires it downfield and just threw that one away. 2nd quarter. 2 more in the 3rd. 1 here in the 4th. 6 straight possessions. Schrader in the grasp and control of David Grant. Snap since 1986 in a regular season game. And does just what Mr. Anderson instructed him to do. But I'm sure he's having a great day in Cincinnati. On second down, the give again to Wilson. Which end is up today? Just a beleaguered secondary. Dirk Schoenert on the move. Gets into Los Angeles territory and down at the 45-yard line. So he's back out in California again. Nothing there for Wilson at all. But we can look at it one more time. It looked to be rather innocent enough.
Yeah, it's the old high-low. One guy's got you high, one guy's got you low, and you go down. And certainly don't want to speculate what this injury could be.
To the club, and we hope for him and certainly his family that it's not a serious injury. Stanford Jennings to about the 40-yard line. For 80 yards total offense. So they have been two valuable cogs in this Bengals machine as Ickey Woods sticks his nose into the pile at about the 40-yard line. Waiting the punt by Scott Fulhaig.
You got time, you got time.
He's going to field the ball at the 8-yard line. Near sideline. And brings it out to the 25. Bo Jackson. Allen avoids a couple of tackles. And they keep him in bounds, although I think Marcus did most of the work there to stay in bounds. It is an eternity in a blowout. Schrader, too tall.
Marcus!
Schrader from his own 27. Gets out of there. He's got trouble. Throws it downfield. Great catch. Excellent catch up around the 35 as Willie Gault came back to help out his troubled quarterback. Chargers will be with the Raiders at 2 and 3. There'll be a real log jam there. And the Broncos will be 2 and 3. Up at the 46, caught by Marcus Allen. Schrader. Home run ball. Simultaneous possession, or is it an interception? It appears to be. Willie Gault was the intended receiver, and Ricky Dixon comes away with the ball. 10 football team last year. Play action. First and goal. Fires it high and wide of everybody at Gault on the end line. Following our football coverage, we will present coverage of the closing ceremony of the games of the 24th Olympiad from Seoul, Korea, so stay with us. Out of the field to play. Third and goal to go. Raiders losing 45-7. Allen to the 5. Game. Schrader, quarterback draw. Touchdown Raiders. Schrader did it his way. Barr in Cincinnati earlier today, as you may remember. He probably wishes he were there. Kick by Barr is up, and it is good. And the Bengals are primed for the onside kick. Barr recovers his own kick, and the Raiders will have the football. That was almost too easy. Here brings him out again. Over the middle, incomplete, intended for Steve Smith. As possible, the score will not dictate how much Jay Schrader plays. He is the man for the foreseeable future. You don't give up a football player like Jim Yards, but his percentage of completions was not all that impressive. But what a second half he had. Throws it downfield, and oh, he caught it on his back. Willie Gault inside the 20. Gault turned around for the ball.
See him turning up for the ball, losing his footing, and there it comes right down into him.
Yard line. And Schrader stops the clock by throwing the ball into the ground. Now that rule...
That could be intentionally grounding.
Absolutely. That rule is in effect if you're not challenged by a pass rusher. Oh, out of nowhere. Schrader, quick release. And that time, Gault tried to adjust but could not get to the football. Good. Some pressure. Schrader threw it away to the sideline. Almost. Stanford Jennings. They'll have some problems to work. Couldn't ask for a better pair. Fulcher to the defense, what Esiason was to the offense today. They D+, C- maybe. Third down and 8 to go on the carry. X-rays. We'll have to await the verdict on that, but Stanley Wilson had to be taken off the field on a stretcher. The kick by Fulhaig rolls dead at about the 36.
Been a lot of things.
33 post-possession foul.
They're good enough team. They'll bounce back.
Schrader from the shotgun on first down. Throws short of his intended receiver. Another flag down intended for Andy Parker. Their feelings about the Cincinnati Bengals, those so-called football experts. Schrader downfield for Fernandez. He has to stop and come back for it, and he takes it away from the defender. Great catch by Mervin Fernandez. He's going to run it. Oh, and he got dragged down. He had 15 yards of daylight.
In for the Bengals, replacing Eddie Edwards, their fine defensive end this year. Eddie's still playing in a backup position.
Raiders caught, touchdown Raiders. And who else but Mervin Fernandez? More respectable, but the 42,594 who were in attendance here today know that this game was... Well, he didn't even go after this one. It's touched, deflected, goes out of bounds, and nobody possessed the ball. They've still got a second left. They still have 1 second left on the clock. This game is not final.
Boomer put up a 149.7 rating, going 21 of 28 for 332 yards and 3 touchdowns. Although none of his receivers topped 100 yards, 4 of them topped 49. Stanford Jennings caught 3 balls for 57, Eddie Brown caught 4 for 85, Tim McGee pulled down 4 for 63 and a score, and James Woods had 4 for 49. Ickey Woods ran 12 times for 48 yards and a touchdown, but he hadn't quite developed his Ickey shuffle yet. Schrader completed 17 for 44 passes for 324 yards and 2 touchdowns. He also tossed 4 picks and finished with a rating of 42.2. Despite that, he had 2 receivers top the century mark. Mervin Fernandez pulled down 4 for 104 yards and a score, and Willie Gault had 4 catches for 102 yards. Marcus Allen led the ground game with 11 rushes for 53 yards. The Bengals left LA with a 5-0 record, and eventually won the AFC Central Division with a 12-4 record. Once in the playoffs, they topped the Seattle Seahawks 21-13 in the divisional round. Then they topped the Buffalo Bills 21-10 in the AFC Championship. They then faced the San Francisco 49ers in Super Bowl 22, losing 20-16. The Raiders finished out of contention with a 7-9 record. If you made it this far, you might as well subscribe. Until next time, keep the laces out and keep the history alive. I'll see you on the next kickoff. Bye.